I talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the rule. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you, nigga? Where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga. Find your way back. Find your way back. Find your way back. I said take a look around you, nigga. Find your way back. Find your way back. Find your way back. Hey, you the one that say that. You and me go way back. When this whole thing over, I'ma send my invoice payday. You don't wanna say that. You don't want this payback. I keep my composure. This my kingdom, nigga. Stay back. We had a couple of moments. You had a choice, nigga, on it. Your real colors, they showing. I'm real, nigga. I'm focused. When I come around, I'm fly with it. Stay moving, do buy with it. New sound, just vibe with it. Same truth, and we die with it. I see it like it's an obstacle. I never sit on the fence. Nothing to me is impossible. Music of means to the end. Most of the shit is illogical. All of y'all niggas depend on what they pretend. Just think what you had. Stop looking at trends. You wearing your heart like it's topical. Clearly now, the pain is gone. The fame is on, and they play my song. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the rule. Got things to do. I done pay my dues. But where was you, nigga? Where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga. Find your way back. Find your way back. Find your way back. I said take a look around you, nigga. Find your way back. Find your way back. Find your way back. New era, I got y'all. Real again, we pop off, no knockoffs. Open eyes, we watch out. Mobilize, won't cop out. COVID-19 cops out, don't flop now. Open skies, we fly now. New agenda, they try now. Most y'all getting real scared of the headlines when you find out. And getting real near. If you don't know, you behind now. Behind the times, government hot behind the lines. Most brands trying to monetize. All of us have to stay inside, don't socialize. Talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the rule. Got things to do, I done pay my dues.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 1421 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on? Beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and yo hoes. It's your boy Papa Swolio for a Friday freestyle. What's going on? How are we doing? Hello. How are we? Third week of the 90-day dash. Hello, Lauren. Hello, Jackson. Hello, Nicholas. Hello, Jill, Dawn, everyone that's joining live. Welcome. If it's your first time, make sure you check out swolenormousx.com for all the details, as well as all the channels, Swolenormous everywhere, Papa Swolio on TikTok, and of course, lots of new stuff and lots of amazing things inside the Swole fam, inside Swolenormous X, and we got a couple things to discuss because it is Friday, and it's the Friday freestyle, so we usually talk about whatever. Obviously, the same stuff for all of us is the same shit that's going on, which is ever so much more important to reiterate. So you better get used to a lot of the same every day, which is important to address because a lot of people want to ignore the fact that we're going to be in this situation for months. A lot of people think it's going to be 2 weeks and over, but we're probably with this through the whole summer at least. So it's important to have the tools at your disposal and to handle your shit properly and to really buckle down for the long haul, because the long haul, it shall be. So make sure that you are paying attention to today's episode, because today's episode is going to talk a lot about what you can do. And we got pillar number 6 is the big number, the big shit for today. We're going to talk a lot about mindfulness and just kind of the thing that I would say 99% of all fitness professionals have no fucking clue about, that don't talk about, and they are allowing a lot of people are scrambling for business. A lot of people are scrambling to give their members or their clients the service that they were already giving them, but they're not giving them the tools that they need the most. They're not giving them the tools that are actually going to help them. So most fitness professionals are going to be talking fitness, which is actually, honestly, the physical training is probably the least important. it's probably the least important. I mean, it's definitely up there. It's definitely top like 3 or 4. I mean, it's obviously one of the pillars, so it's essential. But when I mean in terms of the importance of nutrition, the importance of sleep, the importance of mindfulness, that's going to come before, and yoga, honestly, that's going to come before lifting weights. That's going to come before doing your HIIT training or punching a bag. It's going to come before that because that's going to give you the tools in order to allow for that physical activity to happen consistently, to allow for that physical activity to be more meaningful, to have a better outcome, to get more results, to repair better between physical trainings. It's just more of a tool. It's more of a tool that people need, that people don't address, and we are going to address it today. So have no fear, fam. We shall address mindfulness. We shall address pillar number 6 because many, many people won't. So we're going to do it as we do all the time, as we always do. Most of the shit we do, no one fucking talks about. All the people with the most followers, all the people with the most reach don't talk about this. I'm seeing so many fucking home workout videos. It makes me nauseous. And most of them are goddamn shit. Lifting a towel, lifting a broom, lifting a vacuum cleaner, doing push-ups with your feet on the couch. Oh my God. Tell me more. Tell me more, Mr. Science. Tell me more about how I could do jumping jacks or jump rope. Tell me more how that's an amazing workout. Tell me more about how that's an amazing workout. And wow, a home workout, an amazing, easy home workout. No kidding. This kind of stuff is great, but it's not going to help people. A little bit. That's not going to take care of the issues that are going to come from a quarantine. That's not going to take care of the issues that are going to come from just absorbing everything imaginable on social media. That's not going to solve the problem. That's good physical, but we got to talk mental. We got to go more important than just doing a couple jumping lunges. Okay. That's the easy stuff. That's the commoditized stuff. That's the basic shit. Basic. It's amazing how many people are like, oh my God, I don't know what to do at home. How do I train at home? Yeah, Jesus Christ. If you've done a push-up, you know how to train at home. You know how to do a squat, you know how to train at home. You know how to do a lunge, you know how to do it at home. It's no different than at the gym. You just do it at home. Take the equipment you have at home, whatever equipment you have, and do as similar a thing that you can do at the gym. Simple. If you have bands, if you've purchased these things, go on Google, practice, play, do stuff. Just do stuff. Do it. I'm just fucking around. Trying to get people to understand that there's more important things. Because when most people look at fitness, they think the physical. So this episode, if anything, I mean, most episodes, but this is a reiteration and a reminder that it's much more than just physical, all right? It's the 7 pillars. It's all of those things. It's everything. It's community, it's nutrition, it's training, it's recovery, it's mobility, it's mindfulness, it is consistency, and it's doing all those things on the regular. So if you are only focused on the physical training, you're missing what's going to help you the most. And most fitness professionals, like I said, fitness is looked at as physical, and it is physical, but that's the problem. That's the problem when, how do I say this? That's the problem when the issue is simplified, because a lot of people like to separate fitness from life. A lot of people like to look at it. Well, fitness, your whole life, you shouldn't just be obsessed with fitness. Look at Papa Swole, he's obsessed with fitness. Or look at Josh, he's obsessed with fitness. Or look at Christina, she's obsessed with fitness. And I don't have time for fitness. Fitness is a hobby. I also don't like fitness as a lifestyle. We all use those words, and I use that phrasing, I'm sure I do often. But when you say that fitness is a lifestyle, I think that's I don't like the way the word lifestyle is used on a definition level. Lifestyle makes sense. Okay, this is a style in which I live my life. But people say lifestyle, they throw it around too much, because certain clothing brands, this is a lifestyle. No, it's not. It's clothes you put on your body. That style, it's not a lifestyle. If you want to wear your shirt 2 inches shorter or you want a long fucking t-shirt, that's not a lifestyle brand. That's not a lifestyle fucking brand. Those are clothes that you're making. I don't like that shit. I don't like these fashion companies that use lifestyle. They're clothes that you cover up nipples and dicks with because people are repressed fucking hypocrites, okay? That's what clothes are for. To cover up the body parts that we all crave to see because we're only here to fucking reproduce and we want to pretend like there's some other reason why we're here on earth. We're so much smarter. We're so much better than all the other animals. We eat animals, we eat a lot of things, we kill things, we grow things, we develop, we fuck, we make more people, just like other animals. We're not different. Okay? So clothing is very arbitrary. A loincloth is the same as a t-shirt. It just covers up things that we don't want to rub against bark. I don't want to smack my dick on things, so let me cover it up. Let me cover up my dick so it doesn't smack into walls, it doesn't smack into the carpet, or it doesn't get caught on a branch like a pricker bush. I don't get pricker dick. You know what I'm saying? So it covers up and protects my pee-pee. Nipples are important for ladies. All right, that's how you raise children. Okay, and they're sensitive. You don't want them slapping on things, so you keep the tits down so they're not flapping around everywhere. Cool, and that's a bra. But I mean, aside from that, it's just material to cover up repressed pilgrims, right? So, so where were we? I have no fucking idea. Anyway, well, people that use fitness as a lifestyle, fitness is life. That's why it's called survival of the fittest. But fitness is much more than just physical. Fitness is physical and mental health. It's community health. It's everything. Fitness is a lot more than just, hey, did you do 10 pull-ups? That's better than 9. Oh, you're more fit than this person. Oh, you're more fit than someone who did 6 pull-ups. There are many more aspects to fitness, and that's what Swolenormous is all about. Fitness without the bullshit. And a lot of times the bullshit is perpetuated by people that claim to be promoting fitness. And usually that's like high intensity interval training or CrossFit. And it's just fucking, the numbers. You're chasing numbers all the time. You're trying to exhaust yourself for the sake of exhausting yourself. Okay. More is better. Faster is better. More sweat is better. Bleeding from the fucking hands literally is better. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. How much strength do you fucking need? How much endurance do you fucking need? It's not going to help you live longer just because you're stronger. There's a point in which, okay, getting stronger isn't going to help you anymore. It's going to make you more at risk for injury. It can actually set you back. There's going to be a point where, how much endurance can you have? Or do you need? Do you need to be able to run 10 miles? Great. Is running a marathon going to help you be healthier? I'd be hard pressed to say yes. More is not necessarily better. So we need to train the body. We need to train the body properly, but it's much more than just what you can do physically in terms of your capacity. It's much more than what you can do in terms of a race, much more in what you can do in terms of strength and lifting a certain amount. So there are many more aspects to it. And with this situation, with the quarantine, with being pretty much kept away from everyone, even your loved ones. I mean, you're isolated from people that you care about. You're isolated from pretty much everyone. And even if you see someone in public, you're supposed to keep your distance to mitigate the spread of the coronavirus. And that's more of a psychological challenge than a physical challenge. It might seem like a physical challenge because we're in quarantine, we're stuck inside. Well, it doesn't really matter because if you go to a gym, you're stuck inside anyway. Even if the gym is big, you're still in one spot when you're lifting. You're not jumping around and running around like a crazy person inside the gym. If you're going to a gym and you're doing bicep curls, you're not walking around the gym while you're doing bicep curls. You're in one spot. So if you have a garage or a room and you could do curls in your room and you have 8 by 8 square foot, that's more than enough for you to do bicep curls. Okay. You don't need a 20,000 square foot gym to do bicep curls, to do squats, to do lunges. You don't. Not to mention, a lot of you can go outside as long as you socially distance. A lot of you can be out for exercise as long as you're careful. Obviously there's risks and there's certain limitations and then common sense that can factor into that depending on where you're located and your risk factors and who you're living with or who's around you. So you have to be careful with that. But it's really important to understand that you don't need a lot of space for the physical. And this is where it gets a little bit more complicated, but this is where Pillar 6 comes in. Because Pillar 6, for those of you that have downloaded, and of course, most of you here, you're part of the Swole fam, so most of you that are listening have already downloaded your copy of the 7 pillars of Swolenormous. Mindfulness, pillar number 6, that's where this comes in. That's where this comes into play. Your ability to, I guess, step outside the walls, essentially. When you have mental stress, which is really what this is about, it's your mental stress about your self-worth. It's your mental stress about your ability to maintain your fitness. It's your mental stress about the future of your maybe financial, maybe your job, your employment, the health of your parents, your grandparents, your friends. It's maybe your anxiety about whatever it is. I mean, everything else that comes from that, because you all have family and friends that you care about. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. I'm sure there's someone that you know that you can think of a name right now, someone in which you would not want to have problems as a result of this issue, let alone any issue. So just picture someone that you care about, okay? And that's enough to get you anxious. That's enough to get people worrying about things that they can't control. So we have to think about what we can control. We have to think about what we can maintain. We have to think about what we can do. And what can we do? What can we do? We could stay at home. Okay? We can exercise. We can eat as well as we can. We can sleep. We can hydrate. Okay? The power isn't out. The water is still running. You can drink water. You can sleep. You can do yoga. No equipment needed. Been going over that a lot. You can exercise and lift weights, do body weight exercises, do bands, do your dumbbells at home. I'm sure most people, those of you that are listening to this, I'm sure most of you have something. You have something. You have a pair of bands. You can get access to a pair of bands. They're very inexpensive. They're everywhere. You can still order them. You can still find them. You can go on Craigslist. You can go on OfferUp. You can go on Let Go, Facebook Marketplace. Go and make. There's really almost no excuse to not have any equipment. Just because bands are so fucking cheap, they're so ubiquitous, and you can also, not to mention just body weight stuff, but bands, one pair of dumbbells, like you can make your own. You can fill up jugs with water. You can fill up buckets with sand, rocks. You can lift things. You can lift a couch. You can do a bench. You can fucking row a bench. I've done stuff. I've been in hotel gyms that didn't have any weights, and I've literally done rows, bent over rows with a stationary bicycle. The handle that you lift to roll the actual stationary bicycle in and out, like one of those cardio bikes. I was actually doing rows. I did a bent over staggered row, and I had it on video from like a couple years ago. It was a great workout. I got a sick fucking pump lifting it. It's weight, it's resistance, so you can do stuff. So my mustache is ridiculous. Hold on. This is going to be, you're going to see a much more trimmed and neatened Papa Swolio probably either tomorrow or the next day, because we're going to do the whole mustache thing. I don't mind. I mean, the beard, I don't mind it when it gets scraggly. I don't. I mean, obviously, it's been like a couple weeks where it's been overdue. We just haven't had, now we have the time, but it just hasn't been a priority on a daily. But it gets to the point where it's just like, okay, every time I take a sip of coffee, it just goes in my fucking mustache, and I've had it up to here. I'm over it. Get out of there. Need like a mustache guard after like. Gotta protect it. Gotta protect it. So, anyway, we are under mental stress. I think we can all agree and understand that we are under mental stress, number one. This is really, we're limited with what we can do. We can still exercise. We can still move our bodies. It's not just like, it's not just the bodies that are moving. We need to move our mind, but we need to move our mind by not moving our mind. Okay? We need to address the anxiety, the worry, the stress that comes from things that we can't control. So what can we not control? Like, think about all the things that you're looking at online when it comes to the news, when it comes to your lockdowns, your quarantines. You can't control any of that, right? You can't control any of that. You cannot control any of that. There's nothing that you're looking at on the news that you can control aside from just fucking staying at home and doing your thing. Like the only thing that you can do is focus on you. And in reality, that's all that they want you to do. Okay. In order to help the situation, you need to actually not do anything. That's the number one thing that people want you to do is to not do. You're not supposed to do anything right now. You're not supposed to go anywhere. It's actually what you're supposed to do is to not do. You're not supposed to do any of that. So the benefit is that you're not supposed to do anything. You're supposed to stay home. So this gives you actually the entirety of your focus is your mindfulness, is your mental health, is your physical health. It's you. It's taking care of yourself. Let's see. Christina Galasova, where do you live? Where's your town? What does that mean? Christina just dropped a comment that says, there is a new trend in my town, people coughing at you for fun. Get the fuck out of here. People are disgusting. Isn't that an actual crime? Yeah, it's assault. It happened to me twice now outside. No fucking way. Where do you live? People are coughing at you for fun? Yo, you got to drop down. Yeah, it's assault, especially because if they might have it, then it's assault for sure. You're in Slovakia. So in Slovakia, people are coughing at you for fun. Well, I mean, I guess we can't speak for, I don't know what the laws are in Slovakia, but in the United States, that's assault. It sounds like it's probably assault anywhere. I mean, I'm not sure what country allows you to spit on other people, even without the coronavirus. It's still assault if you spit on someone. Candace, someone walked up right behind me at the store today for my weekly grocery run. People just don't get it. What do you mean walked up right behind you? Like bumped into you? I guess you can. I mean, if you're out in public and you're at a place like the grocery store, I guess you can't really keep people from that far apart. You're gonna cross paths with people kind of closely anyway, no matter what. Juice Dream. All I can control is what's happening in the present. So even though the Daily Swole pops up, I had to finish Warrior 3 and the rest of yoga till I can listen in. There you go. Pillar number 6. Hell yeah. Yay, yay. Hey, I don't want anyone. Hey, if you're going to listen to the Daily Swole, make sure you get your fucking pump on. Don't be slacking. Don't be cutting off your workout. You finish that shit and then you come to daddy. You finish that shit, then you come to papa. Yo, my Swole fam, are we ready for the new releases coming up on Monday? So a reminder that Sunday is Ask Papa Swolio live, so we'll be on the Swolenormous channel. So not tomorrow's episode. That would be 1423. And then, of course, Monday, the accountability meeting. Heyo, fam, we got some serious releases. We got some new stuff. I wonder, it's gonna rival last week very closely. We got some major shit coming. I'm super stoked. Like the next couple weeks, I mean, those of you that are part of the Swole fam, like you got a lot to look forward to. I know we have the coronavirus stuff going on, and I know that there's a lot of stress going on, but just keep your head down, focus on what you can control, and stay plugged into Swolenormous X and the Swole fam, because every single week is going to be something really fucking awesome to look forward to. So at least we all have something, like things we're looking forward to every week. Got some big shit. So after this week, of course, we'll do another poll, and then we'll see what everyone's interested in seeing more of for the following week. Because there's going to be some awesome new sections and stuff releasing this week too. Super stoked. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. Get the fuck out of here. We got to go through some of these comments. This is ridiculous. Annika Schoolander, Australia. Yeah, when you drop these comments about what's going on in your area, just drop your country or where you're living, because Of course, no one knows where everyone's living. I mean, sometimes we kind of get an idea based on your names, but so in Australia, fresh produce was thrown out due to teens coughing and sneezing on it on purpose. Fucking disgusting. God, I hope they're all getting arrested. That's so fucking gross. And here's another thing, though, that's actually true and you really need to be careful of are packages. So, um, spray down your packages and you can also leave them in the sun, leave them outside, let them dry out. Um, One of the problems with the packages and the deliveries and grocery stores is because as grocery store attendants and as people that deliver come down with COVID-19 and have these issues, that's another way to spread it, but we still have to have the delivery service still has to be strong. We still have to be delivering things. So that can't stop. So what really needs to ramp up, I mean, trying to see like where the most important thing is, it just has to be, protection measures from people not going out, but also getting more tests out there so people can test more efficiently. So if someone is contagious or not faster. So okay, let them step out, get better, and then you can bring someone else in that's not sick that can do deliveries or can work, and you have to like swap people out. But if there's no tests, how do you know until someone's actually showing symptoms? But then you can pass it before symptoms. Like your head's going to explode if you think of there's always a loophole, it seems like, with this. When you do one thing, it's like, yeah, but maybe you leave your package on the porch for 2 days so it can dry out. But then they're finding that on some surfaces, it can last up to like 2 weeks. So it's like, well, how the fuck do you do? It's like you leave it outside, then you spray it down, then we're going to be walking around like Bubble Boy inside our own homes too. Hey, Spencer, what up? First live, popping that cherry. If it's your first time on the Daily Swole, drop that little cherry emoji down there. Am I popping cherries? Whose cherry am I popping? I'm popping Spencer's cherry, so you're welcome. Hope it felt good enough. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I hope you liked it. I hope you liked it, Spence. Yeah. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Amy Abel. I work in a bank and a customer coughed all over the pens, thinking it was hilarious. It's sad because 90% of customers inside are elderly and it's dangerous for them. Well, what do you mean? All right, Amy, so what happened? Look, I need to hear this. What happened to this person? So a customer came in when like this, I coughed all over your pens and then ran out. Did they get arrested? Like, I need to hear the rest of this story because that's not funny. That's gross. That's fucking gross, even if it's not in this situation. It's not even just gross. It's disgusting and it's violent. It's violent behavior. It's legit assault or it's intent to do bodily harm, right? It's one of those things because if you are coughing on the pens, you're doing it for the purpose. You know what can happen. Joseph Kai, hey Papa, it's messed up. I saw a video of this Asian girl walking her dog. This boosh kicked her dog and said it's her fault of the virus. Oh, because the girl was Asian? Oh, well, that's just straight up racism and ignorance. That's stupid. You can't stop people from being that fucking dumb. Jesus Christ. Amanda, what's up? Papa, I did an elimination diet and found that I'm intolerant to oats after eating them almost daily for years. Is this common? It's common as fuck. I avoid oats, and most people should. In reality, most people should. Most people that cut them out find much more benefits without them because it doesn't mean you're not eating carbohydrates. You're just eating carbohydrates that will digest better for you. You might prefer white rice. You might prefer sweet potatoes or yams. Itchy, itchy, itchy. And it's very normal. Just to give some support or additional context for Amanda, everyone else, what have you, did you have the similar issue with oats or what did you eliminate? We talk about elimination diet all the time, but now, it's a couple, hiccups. There are going to be some benefits to the time that you have at home. There's going to be some benefits to the time if you use it properly. And because you're not able to think about it, you're not able to go to the store as often. You're not able to get all the things you normally might get from the store. I mean, it's a good time to actually do an elimination. It's a good time to do some fasting, to do some intermittent fasting or some daily fasting. It's a good time to boost your immune system. It's a good time to, it's always a good time, but it's even more of an important time to do the things that will help improve your immune system or improve your immunity or improve your resilience to this. One thing that's terrible are people that are claiming, hey, if you do this, it's going to make you stronger. It's going to help your immune system. I mean, being healthy and eating right and taking care of your health and making sure you're not eating inflammatory foods, and that's always good. That's always good for your health. But anyone that's selling elixirs or teas or detox bullshit things that, hey, if you do this, your immune system's going to be stronger. It's going to help protect you from the coronavirus. That's just snake oil salesman bullshit. That's just fucking nonsense. I'm running. I make videos and I put things out there that talk about mindfulness. I talk about the importance of focusing on your mental training, on your mental health in this situation, because that's what's going to be most important. It really will be. It's going to be the difference. It's going to be the fucking thing that separates you from everyone else that's just going fucking stir crazy insane, because it's very easy to succumb to that. That's the easy thing. That's the easy way out. That's the easy thing to do, is to succumb to that bullshit. But we have to understand that that's not going to change. We have to deal with it. We have to adapt and get better than it and own it. And meditation is going to help you own that shit. Put your shopping cart behind you. You can keep people at least a cart's length back. That's right. Just put spikes around yourself. Just get inside a Christmas tree and just fucking go in there. Just stab people. Don't stab people, but you know what I mean. Let's see here. James, they've put a grid on the floor with tape to mark 6-foot spaces. They probably also do that for the lines, right? I've heard that some supermarkets, to keep them from being overrun, it's a 1 in, 1 out, which I think is smart. I think it's smart. You let one person in, one person out, because you can't have one. It's weird. It's like you can't have a lot of people in there, even if you wanted to, because a lot of people in a supermarket, you only have so much square footage. Everyone's going to be going towards milk or eggs or the meats or people are going to be going specifically to certain areas, and they're going to be reaching all over each other, touching all the things. You got to be really vigilant and pace things out, which is probably going to give people more stress because you're waiting in line. And it gives that illusion that there's a food shortage. It gives that illusion that there's, oh my God, there's such a line. I hope I can get food, but it's really just a timing and a pacing and a space issue. You can't have 1,000 people running around a supermarket at the same time. You might only be able to have 50 to 75 spread out over the course. So you probably have what would be smart for supermarkets, and I don't know what they're doing, but it would be smart if they had like a snake, like a line, like you went this way. You don't have to buy everything, but you have to go through the whole supermarket kind of thing. You just snake through, and then you get what you need and you move on. You get what you need and move on, kind of like a line. And then everyone goes through the same path. I don't know if that's what they're doing, but it's probably not the most efficient too, because then you're forcing people in a line that maybe just want one thing or need a couple things. But you know what I mean? We just got to make sure that people don't panic, because again, managing your psychological stress, mindfulness is going to help you with any kind of panic. Even if you're in those situations or you're in traffic, you're able to be more mindful. You're able to be aware of what's going on and where these stimuli are coming from. There you do. There you go. There you do. I was going to say, there you go. And yeah, you do. I've been combining a lot of phrases lately just because my brain is thinking of too many things at once. Good for you, Aaron. Candace, I told the dude the tape was there for a reason. Back up. Yeah, back the fuck up. Cami, in Norway, someone that tested positive for coronavirus went to a party and got fined $2,000. Good. Good. If you got tested for coronavirus and you go out, you are endangering and maybe potentially killing people. 24 hours on cardboard. I've heard 48 to 72. So be careful with that. Spray it down. Spray down your packages. If it says 24 hours, assume 48. It's always good to be safe with that. Yeah, wash your packages. Be smart with your groceries. The virus can live on cardboard for 1 day. I mean, if you're buying something that's packaged, the thing is, when you go to Amazon or these packages, they're probably wearing gloves and they're putting it in the box. I mean, who knows? But then what if the UPS guy or the FedEx guy has, got coronavirus from something or hands it to someone. I don't know. It's hard because you don't want to put people in harm's way, but people are going to get it. That's why it's even more important to understand this, that because there's so many different ways that it can be transmitted, and there's so many different aspects of information that we're getting on how long, right, it can live on plastics or how long it can live on cardboard. The point is you need to mitigate your risk, which means don't go out into a lot of people. Don't go, make sure you're washing your hands. Don't go places, because anywhere you go, your risk of getting this is going to be increasingly high until it peaks, until we figure out more stuff, until we figure out more treatments, and the craziness gets more settled. And it's not settled, it's going up, it's getting more crazy. So it's also dangerous to assume that just because you're quarantining, you're staying at home, that you're not going to get it, because you might get it from a package. You're still going to eventually have to go get more food. You're going to have to get more stuff delivered. You still might get it, which means that no matter what, you're not, just because you're quarantining doesn't mean you're safe. Just because you're at home doesn't mean you're safe. Just because you're not going to work doesn't mean you're not going to get it. You still might get it. So unanimously, you need to be paying attention to your health. So everyone needs to. Everyone needs to pay attention. Everyone needs to pay attention to their health, mental and physical health. And if you're paying attention to that, no matter what the default, then you can weather the storms. You're going to limit your going outside. You're going to limit what you do, but you still have to take care of your health, because it might come into your home. It might come in with one of these methods. You go outside, maybe you stepped on something and tracked it inside the house, and you took off your shoes and you used your hands and you didn't wash your hands and you who knows, man? These things are fucking, like, if you've been to science class and you remember looking under microscopes, this is what viruses look like. It's smaller than that. These fucking tiny little dead fucking non-living fucking, it just gets on shit. Logan, leave your package on the porch for 2 days, and after 48 hours, someone will have stolen it, so it won't matter anymore, right? Yeah, wipe everything down. No, people aren't taking it seriously enough. Josh, you're absolutely right. That's the problem. People are not taking it seriously enough. And let's say you have a package on it, right? Let's say a distributor, whatever company it is, Amazon, UPS, FedEx, anyone that's delivering the mail, USPS, let's say someone has it or is on something, right? And let's say there's 200 items, packages, things that have it on there, and no one's taking it seriously. Then you have 200 people that, boom, just got it. For example, extreme case, 100%. All right, nothing's 100%. Now, the severity of those issues, but if people aren't, that's across the board, no one's taking it serious. But if everyone's taking it serious and everyone wipes things down, then even if that person or that one distribution point has that infection, the 200 things that got delivered got wiped down, and then no one got it. So nothing's going to be 0 and nothing's going to be 100, but you can see what the difference will be if most people, or if everyone takes it seriously. It's going to be a lot closer to 0 than it would be if you don't. And you want it to be as close to 0 as possible, even though it never will be. It's kind of any way a flu travels, but this is just much more contagious and much more resilient in terms of its spreading. So you have to take it seriously. Absolutely have to take it seriously. When you think about people coughing on things, let's think about this from an extreme case. What if it was a 40 or 60% mortality rate? If someone was coughing on vegetables, that's literally attempted murder. If you were positive, if it was a 40 or 60 that's attempted murder. If because essentially, even if you have a 1% or a 0.1%, if there's a chance that you have something that can lead to someone dying, that's essentially that's doing harm. That's assault. That's attempted murder in many ways. I get, it's hard to you have the chain reaction, but if there's a chance that, hey, if I cough on something and someone's going to die because I might have coronavirus, and we're in the middle of a pandemic, yeah, you're trying to harm people. You're trying to kill people, essentially, because you're giving them something that can get them sick, which can lead to them with a higher rate of death than the flu, which is frightening. Phil Gerard. Let's go back to the elimination diet for a minute. So Phil was talking before we had, I think it was Amanda that said that she is doing the elimination diet. She cut out oats and she feels better. Obviously, she was having a lot of issues from oats and she's been eating oats her whole life. And she was wondering if that was normal. And I said, absolute fuck yes. So Phil Gerard says, I cut out all bread and oats. Definitely makes me crave stuff and bloat. Let's see here. Who else? Oh, thank you, Joseph. Loving Swolenormous X. Thank you. Thank you. Who else is doing elimination? Let me see some more comments from elimination. Who else dropped this? Origa, I do intermittent fasting almost daily. Good for you. Erin Mathehi, my issues were with white bread and all dairy products. I'm still working with more specifics. Lauren McAlpine, I'm grain-free, dairy-free, processed, sugar-free, soy-free. Me too, pretty much. I still have some dairy, but it's grass-fed butter. I don't have, processed things like that. Let's see here. Christina, never ate oats. I don't like it. Dun, dun, dun. Scrolling down through. Annika, plain flour in anything makes my sinuses congested and gives me an ear infection. If I go overboard, thickened cream gives me acne. The weather is getting nicer and nicer. It will be hard to stay inside. That's an excuse. It's not hard to stay inside. You just stay inside. I mean, a lot of places you can go outside. I mean, getting sun is good for your health. You should get sun if you can, but you have to abide by all the rules and regulations and not go around people. You can't have tons of people going to a park and standing 6 feet apart. It's still going to spread because people still spit on the ground and touch things and rub things. You touch one thing, it's still, and just because you touch something and wash your hands doesn't mean everything's going to come off your hands. Like you might not get it all, right? Because then you have people that think, hey, I touch all this stuff and I just rub some alcohol in my hands. People that think that, and people that think that alcohol and sanitizing wipes are better than actually washing your hands. People just cover themselves in that shit. They're not rubbing and washing the shit off their fucking hands. So that's not 100% either. Wash your hands. The water rubs off the fucking stuff. It washes it off, literally. Water. Wash. 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 If you're ordering takeout, yeah, I don't recommend people do. That's the thing. People are gonna be ordering takeout. Don't order takeout. Make your own food. But it's good advice though if people do. But again, you really shouldn't be ordering takeout anyway. Don't order food cold. Get the food out of the cardboard, styrofoam, and microwave for a bit to make sure the virus is dead. That's gonna be a problem when people start ordering food and then they find a lot of people that got sick from one place. All it's going to take is one place, one restaurant, one takeout thing to be spreading the virus. And then all of a sudden, no one's going to be ordering takeout. People are going to be fucking paranoid. So, I mean, it's really important that people are super, super fucking vigilant because that's going to destroy any kind of confidence. But that might be the best thing because then people won't be ordering shit fucking food, garbage takeout food. So maybe that's a good thing to happen. At the same time, you don't want anyone to get the virus. So if that has to happen for things to change and people to start eating healthier, I don't want that to happen. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I mean, it's hard to pinpoint though, right? It's hard to say, oh, that's coming from there. Cami, a 16-year-old in France with no known underlying conditions, is now the youngest to have died to COVID-19. People should be more careful and not think it's just dangerous to old people. Yeah, and that's another problem. Even in the United States, is that a lot of people that are younger are going to get it and get really, really sick or die. And then people are going to say shit like this. Now, I'm not saying you're wrong, Cammy, but I want to use this as an example because a lot of people in the United States are going to be like, oh my God, a 25-year-old got sick and died. Most 25-year-olds are unhealthy as fuck. Most 30-year-olds are unhealthy as fuck. Most 35-year-olds are unhealthy as fuck. Most 40-year-olds are unhealthy as fuck. Most 45-year-olds are unhealthy as fuck. Most 50-year-olds are unhealthy as fuck. More people in the United States are unhealthy than healthy. Most people are psychologically, physically super fucking unhealthy, even if they don't have a quote underlying health issue. They might not have diagnosed diabetes or diagnosed high blood pressure or diagnosed, but they have a shitty diet. They don't sleep. They don't drink well. They don't drink water. They don't exercise. And most people are unhealthy. So you can't really judge based on just the stats because most people don't take care of themselves, period, end of story. So a lot of young people, and that's what I was saying in my YouTube videos. I've been saying that for a while. A lot of young people are going to get sick and have major issues, and it's going to freak people out. But they're going to forget that most of these people, most everyone is unhealthy. You want to see fucking people that are just definitions of taking care of their bodies. That's a whole different situation. Just because you're 16 or 20 or 25 doesn't mean you're healthy. Doesn't mean you're not either. Like, what's an underlying health issue? Something that's diagnosed? It's like they have respiratory issues and they're not healthy, but you can be eating junk food, not sleeping, have a real weakened immune system. And then if you're chronically exhausted and you're not taking care of your health, you're not eating good foods and stuff, your immune system is weaker and then you can get it and then you'll have a more serious reaction because your immune system is shot already. So that's what I worry about. Like people mistaking or, I hope it's, people mistaking that and just looking at the age as if age means health. That's what I'm worried about, people perceiving that differently. And it's not to say that that 16-year, I don't know anything about that story. I just literally read it from Cammy's post during the live stream right now. But that's what I'm worried about is people misinterpreting age for health. Well, bread's shit. You shouldn't be eating bread, really. Grains are not what human beings should be eating in any kind of significant quantities. Just from an evolutionary standpoint, and just from most people have fucking issues with it. And then, of course, you go to the processed breads and the super hyper refined shit, and then it gets worse and worse. But I'll avoid all that shit. Thank you very much. Especially in the United States. That stuff is fucking terrible for you. Is that right? Logan Kressler, soap also literally destroys the virus. The virus is held together by a thin layer of fat. Would that be, never mind. The soap quite literally deactivates the virus just like alcohol, then washes it off your skin. Good shit. Wash your fucking hands. Well, when I walk Papa Swole, I wipe off her paws. You should. You're walking outside, clomping on everything. You should. Well, that's good to know. Some viruses are more armored than others, so it's not specifically true for all, but this virus is very weakly bonded. So there is a positive or a silver lining. Pedro Velasquez, when doing intuition days, do I have to calm myself and feel the force to decide what to do? Yes, the Swole force. What do my gains want? What do my gains want? Darla, isn't the big problem with the survivors the damage the virus does to their lungs? I've heard you can have a lot of long-term or permanent damage. So I'm not aware of like what's the latest, but yeah, a lot of you are probably more read up more on that, like with the latest. But I know there's been a lot of like permanent damage done to people that were having issues with this, even from younger people that survived. It's not just death. Everyone's looking at the death number. It's also people that are sick, people that have serious issues, and people that are going to have permanent damage as a result of it. You don't have to die to have life-changing damage. Natasha, talking of lack of sleep, mine has been terrible again recently. Probably some subconscious anxiety or something. Probably meditation. Meditate before you go to sleep. Do it twice a day. Yeah, no kidding, Josh Moreland. It is very sad that it takes a pandemic to get people to learn basic hygiene. Like, remember when you learned how to wash your fucking hands when you were 5 or 3 or whenever it was? Oh, wash your hands. That's right. Wash before you take a pee pee. Wash after you take a pee pee. Yeah, wash your hands before you eat. Wash your hands. Take a shower. Clean yourself. Scrub your fucking asshole, you nasty bitch. Yeah, remember when you learned that? Yeah, right? You don't wipe back to front, you fucking filthy beaches. Front to back. Front to back. Yow. Christina, if you are intolerant to certain foods and you stop eating them, are you actually solving the problem? Fuck yeah. My partner thinks it's an organ problem that needs to be addressed and solved, and then you can eat whatever. No. An organ problem? That's not true at all. What the fuck? Yes, you're solving the problem. Not everyone's body is meant or prefers or gut biome is able to process the foods that you're consuming. Many of the foods that we're eating today is not what our bodies are able to process, is not what our bodies are able or respond to properly. Triggers our body. You know, we have concentrated amounts of sugar in foods, and that is not naturally found in nature. The only times you'll find concentrated amounts of sugar really is fruit. You get fruit on the trees. And when do you get fruit? When it's ripe, when it's in the summer, when the days are longer, when you're expending a lot of energy, when you need a lot of hydration, when you need more sugar, when you need more easily accessible source of energy because you're hunting, because you're, walking around a lot. Like in the summer, when it's warm, we have mango season down in Florida, okay, and mangoes are ripe on the trees, but it's hot as fuck. And mangoes, think about fresh fruit or fruit in your area. There's a reason why evolution exists. It's because these fruits have evolved over millions of years to be optimal for growing and for providing nutrients for the creatures in that area. Think about mangoes and watermelon. Watermelon in Florida, mangoes in Florida. You have a ton of hydration and sugar, and the days are long and hot. It's a perfect fruit. Fruit has water, fruit has sugar, and fruit has, polyphenols and other things and other elements in them. Like personally I prefer to eat like a hunter gatherer. I mean, I like to eat berries and I like to eat fruit. And I have some tubers and stuff. And I have some vegetables too. But I mean, I feel better when I'm not sucking down tons and tons of carbohydrates and grains, and I don't like overdoing it. I feel better. I feel leaner. I feel stronger. I sleep better. That's how I generally prefer. But yeah, most people shouldn't be consuming most of the processed foods and the artificial foods. Grain's not the same as it used to be either. It adds to gut permeability. You get a lot of stuff. You get a lot of autoimmune reactions from foods. A lot of people that make these amazing changes and cut out foods and stop eating foods that are causing their body inflammation changes their life. Sleep better, get rid of migraines, gets rid of acne. A lot of these foods just should not be consumed by many people. Brennan Butler. Also today I create a sanitization station in the garage for my boyfriend since he works at the hospital. Oof. That is the first stop, then shower, then food. No, you're not over the top at all. There's nothing wrong with that. You get a sanitize, you sanitize, you spray off or whatever, then you shower, you take off the clothes. Man, if you're working at a hospital, you need to take every single precaution because you're walking out like a fucking radioactive, be bombing that car every night. Just bomb it. Just fucking like alcohol, just gas, just fog your car. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's right. Coconuts in Florida. Yeah, you get all the coconut water and stuff. Just think about what grows in these climates and what you get during the summer. Yeah, that's the damn truth. Will Spray, if you were to put all of human history imagined as a calendar, we have only been eating wheat since yesterday. Oh yeah, for sure. If you like actually compress it and make it like a ratio, it's literally it's literally like you snap your fingers and all of a sudden humans are just pounding grains and gluten and tons of sugar. That's why we're dying left and right. I'm telling you, anyone that like has done the elimination diet, those of you that are here, those of you that are part of Enormous X that made these changes, like every single person finds benefit from cutting out these foods. I swear to God. I never talk to anyone that's like, oh, I feel no difference. I went back to pounding bread and pasta and soda. I've never talked to anyone that went back to doing that. Everyone realized they feel so much better. Those addictions can stick around though. Those addictions are really hard to break. And a lot of times people might relapse or they might have a cheat day or they try to justify it, but it's not real fucking food. And that can seem very extreme to a lot of people. It can seem very extreme. People that want to play the calorie game. Oh, it's calories in, calories out. That's all that matters. Oh, sugar is sugar. It's just in different ways and then it gets broken down. Well, the box that it comes in matters. You know, yeah, it might be a carbohydrate, but it's not the same as if you got it from a piece of bread, as if you got it from a yam, as if you got it from white rice, as if you got it from brown rice, as if you got it from, soda. It's not the same. It's not the same. It obviously treats people very, very differently, which is why people that eat those foods are so many more times more obese and overweight and unhealthy than people that don't. People that eat healthy just look better. People that cut out more carbs look better and are more satisfied and just have just better general health. It goes with people that don't eat meat at all, where you're vegetarian or vegan, if you're just eating tons and tons of carbohydrates, tons and tons and tons and tons of grains. And it's just a lot of times you can miss a lot of important nutrients and the vitality from that type of natural human diet. And there's a lot of individual aspects to it. I mean, whether you have moral beliefs or personal preferences or certain individual things, that's the beauty of an elimination diet, is that you can follow it down whatever path that works best for you. But more often than not, we're all humans. So most of us are going to fall within a certain category, a certain range of like, okay, what are our bodies designed to consume? And then we have to go along that vein. There you go. Strawberries are one of the healthiest things you can eat. Really great for your immune system with fisetin in the fisetin in strawberries. Very good for you. I love strawberries. Strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries are my bag. I do like mandarins and stuff too. I don't really feel that great with apples all the time. I feel better now that I've cut down. I have apples once in a while, but I feel better with generally without apples more than I do when I consume them. There you go. There you go. Don Crane, the elimination diet is the real deal. Every time I have had a slip up and eat an item from the no list, I am miserable for days. Well, I'm not happy to hear that you're miserable for days, but I'm glad that you're paying attention. Big difference between paying attention and not paying attention. Very simple. You're paying attention to your nutrition, you're paying attention to what your body is saying, or you're not paying attention to your nutrition and you're not paying attention to what your body is telling you. Pay fucking attention. Super simple. Pay attention to what your body is telling you. Pay attention. Presta atención. Gross. Stacy, you nasty. You nasty.
Yow. Yow.
I'm just kidding. Stacy says, I had a cheat day once, ate some Domino's pizza, and died. It felt like there was a porcupine in my stomach. Oh, that's so descriptive. That's so descriptive. That's so descriptive of that feeling, that like bloating, that kind of. And just think about it. Domino's pizza. That's as fake as dough gets. That's like that gummy, sticky. Like there's glue in that shit. I swear to God, there's just fucking glue in Pizza Hut and Domino's and Papa John's, like that fucking fake, chewy microwave dough. Ugh, fucking gross. No, berries are great. Berries are fantastic. I'll do the elimination diet maybe one day. Why not do it 2 day? What are you waiting for? Don't make excuses. Do it. Now's the best time to do it. It's the best time to start cutting out foods and paying attention to what really matters for your health. It's a great time. It's a great time to do it. Today is the day. Anything you're thinking of doing, today is the day to do it. 2 day. Do it. Do it. Come on, Marvin. Come on. Don't be a baby. The elimination diet has made me realize how much I love sweet potatoes. Retro Jim. I don't find it tastes like a pear at all, but I do like star fruit. I guess it could taste like a pear, certain types. I like star fruit. I haven't had one in a while. What's up, Kim? Wow, I was able to actually catch it live. Should I start reading comments in Arnold's voice? That way you know when it's a comment. Maybe when you're on the podcast, you'd be like, oh, he's talking about a comment because someone's saying, Josh Moreland, coffee is acceptable, right? Can I drink my coffee? My cafecito? Y'all. Coffee is good. Look, I'm talking from me. I'm drinking coffee. I'm drinking fucking coffee. I'm not stopping drinking coffee. Fam, I'm not stopping my coffee. Coffee's got polyphenols too. I mean, dark chocolate, coffee, strawberries, those types of foods. I mean, you get a lot of good benefits from them. I do. But I mean, we talking chocolate. We're not talking about Hershey's chocolate. We're talking you're eating cacao, motherfucker. So when I have chocolate, I go for 85% dark. And if you really eat real chocolate or you get really dark like that, you really aren't eating that much. If you want to get rid of your chocolate cravings, you go super dark and you have like a little square. You're like, okay, I'm done. It's good, but it's so rich and heavy. You're like, okay, you don't want to binge eat it. You get sick. Yum, yum, yum. There you go. Kashina, 90% dark chocolate and is one square. You don't want more than that. You go 90%, once you go dark, once you go 90%, you never go back. When you get real dark chocolate and you compare it to, let's say you ever go back and you have a Hershey's chocolate, you realize it's just pure sugar. It's literally pure sugar. According to Hershey's, their dark chocolate's like 30%. It's fucking pure sugar. And everyone is in denial of this. I don't want to say everyone, but most people that think, oh, I want my chocolate, I love chocolate, they're talking about pure sugar. They're not talking about chocolate. Most people that are hooked and obsessed and all into chocolate, they're not really into chocolate, they're into sugar because their chocolate is just dark or brown sugar. That's really what most chocolate is. It's just tons and tons and tons of sugar, and it's dark. That's it. It's tons of sugar. That's it. It really is. It's sugar. It's just the same kind of candy as everything else, and it's with tons of sugar. If you actually have dark chocolate, it tastes like fucking chocolate, and it's very, very heavy, and you don't want to eat a lot because you'll get sick. It's extremely rich. Yeah, you have some coffee, you have a square, you have really dark chocolate, you eat a little bit. I have some with my berries. If I have any more than like 2 squares, I'm like, oh God. You just don't enjoy it anymore. You don't want to overeat it because you can't. And it's much more dense. Like you don't need to eat that much. You don't need to eat 3 candy bars and you're eating 1,000 calories of worthless garbage sugar. You're eating a square or 2 and you might get 100 calories or 150 calories and it's dense and you get a lot of antioxidants and polyphenols and stuff and all the good shit. It's like berries, you don't eat as much. You get more dense nutrients. You don't need as many calories. You get that bag of frozen fruit, like a small bag of frozen fruit. You get organic strawberries or blueberries. The entire bag is like 150 calories. You get fiber. It's like eating ice cream. You're eating real fucking fruit. 150 calories for a bag. You eat that much of chocolate or Hershey's Kisses, you're getting 1,000 fucking calories for sure. Get some Celtic sea salt. I load up on that shit. I don't avoid salt at all. You need quality salt. You don't want to be sucking down sodium chloride and table salt all the time. Get yourself some Celtic sea salt. Nathan Oakley, do you recommend a brand or just straight up 85%? Whatever you have access to. I don't know what you have in your area. But you get an organic chocolate. I don't even bother with brands because everyone lives in different places around the world. 95% dark chocolate. That's battle. That's like baking chocolate. You're making cookies, man. You're making cookies, fam. With that fucking 95, Siobhan. Girl. Had these amazing 100% cacao nibs. Well, that's bitter as shit. Yeah, you can eat that with frozen fruit. There you go. Get that Celtic sea salt. Good shit. I get that big old bag of Celtic sea salt. I put that shit all over my steak. I put a little bit in my water, like a little bit, like a turn or two. You don't want to do too much of Celtic sea. You don't want to do too much salt, period, and you get diarrhea. You can poop yourself. You get the poops. You get the watery poops. It's possible. It's possible. Get them watery poopies. I get a burp. Let's see. Cadbury's isn't even allowed to call the rubbish they make chocolate. It's not chocolate. It's all sugar. It's all sugar. There you go. Aaron Hardy, sorry I'm late, was finishing Swole Week 10, Upper Mass. Oh, yeah. Make that Upper Mass, baby. Get some. Get some. Yeah, Cadbury, it's not chocolate. It's all sugar. Anyone that thinks that Hershey's, Nestle, it's not chocolate. It's sugar. It's candy. It's candy. It's an insult to put like the real quality chocolate in the same aisle as the candy. It's really an insult. You can get, look, I mean, if you get 85% chocolate bars, you're getting some, you're getting some other stuff in it. You want to get one that's soy free. You want to try to avoid any kind of like added sugar. You don't want there to be a lot of sugar in there. Otherwise, it's not 85%. So you want to minimize additives. You don't want there to be extra shit in your fucking chocolate. However, unless you're going to get just 100% like baking soda or, baking chocolate, you can get cacao powder and put it on things. You can sprinkle that kind of stuff on your frozen berries. You can put those cacao nibs and stuff. Everyone's different. Some people might do that and feel bloated. Some people just really feel fucking, jacked up. Some of these things might be good for some of you, and some of you might not like to have that. To have dark chocolate, you might not like that addition, whether it's 85 or 95. So, but most of you should be just avoiding fucking added sugar like that. You don't need that kind of bullshit chocolate, the fake chocolate, like the Hershey stuff. That's not real. It ain't real chocolate. It's all sugar. All sugar. All sugar. Let's get a little bit of a water break going on. We got a water break. We'll give away this Swole card, pillar number 6. I got a workout to do. I got some stuff to film, so I love you all. But let's get on with it for Friday. Friday freestyle. A reminder that Sunday is Ask Papa Swolio Live. So that'll be on the Swolenormous channel. And going to have another YouTube drop tomorrow, so make sure you tune in for that. Major fucking releases coming Monday for the accountability meeting. I am super stoked, fam. If you want to learn more, you want to join the Swole fam, you want to get access to some awesome fucking shit, check out the Swole at Home specials. Now's the time. You're stuck at home. Fucking come on in. Come on in and join the fam. Join the fam. We got so many cool things. A lot of you have been loving the Swollen 7 bands. Wait till you see what's in store for you this week. Wait till you see what's in store, ya beaches. Wait till you see what Daddy's got for you. Here we go. Water break. Here we go. Everyone dropping some eggplants and water droplets in the comments. I like it. Here we go. Come on, kitty. Come on. Let's go. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Dance time. Oh, there you are, kitty. Yes. It's been a couple days, Kitty. It's been a couple days. Mhm. Oh! I did it. I did it. Oh, I did it. Recognize, you beaches. I fucking did it. Nailed it. Nailed it. Daddy fucking nailed it. I am out of fucking coffee. What the shit? God damn it. Well, I guess it's getting later in the day. 7 o'clock. I gotta get a pump on. Maybe I have enough energy. Maybe I don't need some more coffee. I don't want to hype up. It's all right. It's all right. Hold on. I'll live without some more coffee, but I gotta go. It's time to pump. It's time to film. Gotta rage. Gotta do some shit. We'll see what's up. I gotta drop something. I gotta drop some sack. I gotta drop some sack for tomorrow. Yeah. Got some NOC coming. NOC. All right, pillar number 6, mindfulness. Make sure you get your mindfulness training on. Go do some brain gains. How many of you have done some brain gains today? Did you do your brain gains? Did you? Did you do? I did. I made my brain gains. Go make yours. Go make yours. Come on, go do it, y'all.
Y'all.
You can do it, y'all.
Y'all.
All right, here we go. Pillar number 6. Let's scroll and see who wins pillar number 6. That's it. Here we go. Pillar number 6. Scrolling. Pillar number 6. Pillar numero 6. Here we go. Scrolling. Who's gonna win? Pillar number 6. There we go. Here's gonna go. Hashtag. No. One more. Scrolling. We got round 2. Here we go. We're still going. Ooh, just missed. Where we got going on? Scrolling. At the buzzer. Oh, Juice Dream. Congratulations. Pillar number 6. Congratulations. Very, very nice, Juice. Very, very nice. Congratulations on winning Swole Card 1421. Everyone say congratulations, Juice. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com with Swole Card 1421 in the subject, and of course your mailing address in the body of the email. And everyone say congratulations. Congratulations, Juice. Congratulations. Everyone say congratulations, Juice. Congratulations. Oh, you little babies.
Come on, stop
Don't be a
whining.
baby. It's okay. You can say congratulations. You can be nice. You don't have to be rude. Tomorrow, 1422, you'll have another chance to win. And yeah, fam. That's right. Yeah, say be nice. There you go. Be nice to Juice. Be nice. So let's see. Congratulations, Juice. And thank you, everyone, for joining for episode 1421. A reminder, Sunday on the Swolenormous channel, but of course, Monday accountability meeting. Big release is coming. Very excited, which means we're going to have some major, juicy, delicious polls that are coming for this upcoming week in terms of where you want to see some more content. So these releases you're going to love, and then we'll do some more polls and stuff where you can really weigh in now that you know what's being released. And once you see what's being released on Monday, then you'll be able to be like, all right, what do I want more of? And we're going to just keep on fucking going balls deep. We're going to keep on laying it on thick, extra fucking thick. So thank you so much, fam, for joining me for 1421. See you tomorrow for 1422 of the most swolcasters in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Peace, McGeese, and Deuce, Magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio, out.